Okay, so here we have the Zoez Computer Center, model number 586, and this is the very first computer in my computer room, this old, to be running Windows XP. This machine doesn't have the PS2 mouse port and keyboard port. It has one of those big old giant ports, and for mouse I have to plug in a serial mouse. This door is hard to open. There we go. We have what is that? An 8-speed CD-ROM drive. One of the big floppy drives on here. I just put this thing in here. It works too. And a 3.5-inch floppy disk drive. This has the old CPU megahertz digital display, hard disk, power, and power. 2 power lights. This computer has a 4 GB hard disk and 64 megabytes of RAM. And Windows XP can run on a computer with 64 megs of RAM. Can't run on a computer less than that. Doesn't matter if it's 63, you have to have 64 right on the dot. Oh man, this thing is just heavy because it has so much crap inside it. It is a Pentium 1 computer. Yeah. So anyway, it's a Pentium 1, 64 megs of RAM. I don't know how many megahertz the processor is. Yeah, that's pretty much it about this. I will start it up and get everything working on it. The only problem is I can't use the serial mouse port. For some reason, Windows XP doesn't work with the serial mouse. So, I have to use the keyboard. So this is probably the very first computer on YouTube from 1995 with the small sticks of RAM. We're actually talking the little sticks. It's not the long PC 100 RAM. It's the little tiny sticks. I think this is the very first computer on YouTube to actually run an operating system from 2002. Wow, this is one old computer. I was hoping to get the IDM Turbo Research computer to run Windows XP, but since the processor isn't working, this is all I got. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're starting up now. And we're running at 150 megahertz. I'm gonna have to skip this screen because the last time it was running, I turned it off the improper way. Now bear with me guys, this is very slow. I also got some other news. This Dell Dimension 1100 will be traded in. Does any of you remember me taking care of a Dell Latitude C640 over the summer, which used to be my very old laptop? Well, I made a deal with the owner. I said, this Saturday I will give you my Dell Dimension, which is this thing right here, for the Dell Latitude C640. You know, because it only has one USB port on the back, so you know, it's only fair to give the owner a computer with a lot of USB ports on it. So I decided to make that deal with the owner, and this Saturday I will be getting that Dell computer. But the sad thing is, I'm gonna have to give up this computer, this keyboard, and the Netgear wireless stick. So that's the downside. I'm gonna have to give those two up. I mean, those three up. The reason why I'm not gonna give the mouse up is because it's been having some issues lately. I don't know what's wrong with it. So, yeah. And the reason why I'm taking the Dell Latitude C640 back is because it has useful parts in it. I'm going to take the hard drive out, which is a 40 gig Travel Star. I'm going to put it in my Compaq Armada 1750, and it has 512 megs of RAM, so I'm going to take the RAM out of the Dell and put it in this computer so that way it can be a little bit more faster. Total upgrades. Thumbs up for that. So it was a hard decision I had to make, but it's kind of worth it. Okay, so we are booted into Windows. For some reason, the sound driver isn't working correctly. Don't know why, but whatever. It's not bothering me, so I'm totally fine with it. But the floppy A and floppy B drives work. I'm pleased to say that. My computer. Yep, there it is. Floppy A and floppy B. And there is only 2 gigabytes of free space. And the total size of this hard disk is a 3.92 gigabyte quantum hard drive, although it says 4 gig on the sticker. Oh well. And I do assume that there is 64 megabytes in this computer at this very moment. Oops, I don't know why I opened up the wireless networking setup. Let's check and see if there's a sound card available. Nope, it says that there's no audio device available. I don't know why. It should show that it's there, but it's not. Oh well, who needs sound right now? System, and it is registered to me, Tyler Little. Microsoft Windows XP Professional version 2002, Service Pack 2. So if I download updates, which who says I'm going to use this computer for that? If I download updates from Microsoft, it will say that this is a pirated version. I have a Windows XP Service Pack 3 CD, which isn't the pirated version. It has an Intel Pentium Pro processor, which is Pentium 1. Running at 149 megahertz and 64 megabytes of RAM. It's not much, but it's definitely enough to make Windows XP run on this computer. So I am very happy to say that this computer can run modern operating systems. I can tell you one thing: it will never ever run Windows Vista. Never ever. I might have to reinstall the sound driver or something, because it was working the last time I had this computer. Action. How about we scan hardware for changes. I don't think it did anything, so... oh well. The beeper's going off because that's the PC speaker. Oh well, who cares? As long as this computer's running and as long as Windows XP is working, I'm absolutely okay with it. F10, exit, and escape, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else left. You know, like, it's an old computer running an old operating system. Well, running a modern operating system, but I'm very happy with this. So thanks for watching, everybody.